Hello to whoever may be watching this. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you just listened to the song, love Rollercoaster. Thank you for giving enough of a shit to come watch this video and get a little bit of context behind what the song is and what it means to me. It's, just based on the title of the song, and if you just heard it, it's pretty obvious what it's about. It's about being in love. So, um, yeah, it's out of the three songs, it's the shortest actually because it's just a chorus, one long verse, and then another chorus. And it was intentionally going to be longer than that, but because it was a personal experience, as time went on, it was harder to go back and write more about it. So I just left it with like one verse, just to keep it that way. And yeah, so I wrote this song when I was a senior in high school, I guess. Yeah, it was like a year and a half after I talk about this personal experience. The first thing I say is in the verse I say sophomore year of high school, May or June of 2010. So about a year and a half later, at the very end of 2011, almost 2012, that's kind of when I wrote this, because I'm not going to name who this song is about. Okay, if anyone knows me personally, who's watching this and knows where I was at in my life at that time, you might know who this is. But yeah, I'm not going to name this person, just to, not make it kind of awkward and protect their name if they don't want to be named or whatever. So anyway, basically, I fell in love with this girl, around May or June of 2010. And up until this point, I had never felt this way about a girl. And since that point, I haven't really felt that way since about a girl. And I think that's just because that was like the first time at 16 years old that I fell in love. And, it was something that I just, I was like madly in love with this girl. And I just wanted to write about it. And so, I wrote it when I was 17, and, I never dated this girl or anything, but I was in love with her for like a year and a half, which I know sounds crazy. You're probably thinking, if you were in love with her for a year and a half, then Ollie, why didn't you date her or something? But I don't know, like, I you do things, you flirt, you text, you hold hands, you do other little things, but like we never like officially dated, and that was basically on me. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the overall gist of what that was. I know the chorus is really corny, love roller coaster. I'm too young for this ride, so I'll get back on when I'm older. Um, you know, because it's me testing the waters with being in love with someone and then being like, okay, like I thought it was this one thing, it was really something else. So, you know, I'm cool. Like I'm gonna wait a while, uh, before even thinking about doing something like being like that in love with someone again. So that's kind of, it. I don't know. I didn't do this with the Ollie's Paradise meaning video, and I'm not going to do this with this video. But if I really want to, I could break down the lyrics, and that's, like break down the lyrics line by line. And I guess one thing I will say this, because this is just funny, is, one of the lines I say in the song is, that girl I mentioned, she invited me for dinner at her house. Back in those days, I was about as skinny as a mouse. And that line is like the most corny thing, ever. Like when I go back and listen to that song, or, you know, uh, like rap it out loud, I cringe almost every time I say it. I'm like, maybe I should replace mouse and like, you know, do like ounce or something like that. Like try to rhyme it with something that isn't so cringeworthy corny, because that, out of the three songs, I think that's by far the most corny line because it's so out of place with what I'm talking about and stuff. But yeah, that's, I just kind of leave it how it is because that's how I originally created it when I was 17 years old. Looking back, it's kind of stupid, but whatever. I just kind of wanted to leave it at that. So, maybe I'll make a video breaking down lyrics line by line. I didn't do that with the other one. Um, if you have questions or comments about any of the lyrics or anything with the song, any feedback, did you hate it? Did you like it? Was it whack? Let me know in the comments below. Um, and yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say about this song. I'm trying to think. Um, I mean, I don't have feelings towards this person anymore, even though she was a big part of my life, my high school life. Like, I don't have feelings towards this person anymore. The last time I saw this person was a few years ago, and that was that. So, um, yeah, that's basically what that song means to me. And you know, like all these personal songs, it's kind of corny, but it's something that I did at 17 and as a senior in high school, and it's something that I thought was cool to do and something that I just wanted to do. And I think that's all that matters. It's just a message for anyone out there. If you're writing something, like if you're writing any kind of music, or not even music, you're just writing for the sake of writing, like in a Word document or a journal or something like that, like, you know, don't think that anything is too weird, like, or too corny to write about. Whatever your heart is saying to write about, just do it, and I think if you show a lot of passion and emotion with what you're talking about, then people will recognize that, and they'll want to understand more about your personal experience if you can really show that this is something that I really believe in, this is something that I care about. But yeah, that's just a life message if you got to this point. Yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and let me know what you think. If you want me to break down lyrics, I can do that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I still have one more of these meaning videos to do for my other song, Fork in the Road. I guess I'll just say, obviously the beat that I did for this song, Love Roller Coaster, was Like Toy Soldiers by Eminem. Uh, it's a beat that inspires emotion for sure. And that's one of the reasons that drew me to the beat to write on it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and peace out. Okay, bye bye. Boom. I'm an idiot.